Alright, YouTube. Sorry about Chucky Cam. I've been working on my Troll Bloods here, and I've got the minimum Kriel Warrior unit completed. The only thing left to do on them is to mark the front arcs of their bases, so that's not that big of a deal. Pretty happy with how these turned out. Got a lot of detail in them that I was happy to be able to see, the skin tones and the tartans. I put a little detail into the tartans, not a lot. I don't know how much is going to show up on the camera here, but they are completed with flock and everything on the base. Some of you who know me know that me getting things completed, especially with flock on the base, is a little bit more rare. This is the unit leader. As I've showed you before, I got his shield and him pretty well detailed there, I think. The green and blue. I went with Muddy Olive for the green, and then Signar Highlight Blue from P3 for the blue. I think it looks pretty cool. Rest of them pretty much as you see, using Reaper metals, combination of Reaper paints and P3 paints on this guy. Then got his base done just a minute ago. Also got the Scattergunner Sergeant and UA done. The Sergeant, I put a little bit of detail into his cigar there. You can see the orange on the tip. I was trying to make it look like he was, in the middle of puffing his stogie. It's only so you can only make coals look so much like coals with that amount of space, but I did what I could. I'm pleased with how he turned out. I think he came out very well. Black and coal black for the highlights on the gloves and the boots. The unit attachment. Sorry about that. Got the standard bearer completed. I got the stone stuff up here on his on these. I got the stone done, and then everything else ready to go on him. The unit leader, I picked out his metals as best I could there, trying to make them show a little bit. The one on the end right there has a bit of purple, but the purple didn't come out quite as well as I'd wanted it to. You live and you learn. This is a learning process. I got some of the metals on his back, and then the little pygmy up on top of him. I got his little stony growths picked out there. So he's done. And then last but certainly not least in the lineup is Doomshaper. I think most of you have seen him at least once before. I got him finished up some of his highlights, especially with all these scrolls, but my god, he has a lot of scrolls. He's a walking library. If you were to take this is all one big bundle right here of scrolls. If you were to take those off of him, he'd probably weigh a third of what he actually weighs right now. But anyway, got him completed. Let's use the spinny gizmo that my friend made me. Got him completed and based. I have not put his scroll on yet. His scroll is still, I still have it. It's just not painted at all. I'm waiting to actually figure out how to do the parchment type look to the paper. I really want this one to have, the parchment brown and the age, and then the little black squiggly lines that I'm still trying to figure out how to do. So I still have that bit, it's just not on the guy yet. I don't think that would keep me from getting into any tournaments if I were to try to use Doomy here. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. If anybody's wondering what this green is up here, that's Iosian green from the P3 line. And that is Doomy. The only other thing going on that I've been working on today, and I'm about to take a break from all this painting because I get a little bit, if you sit in one spot too long, you tend to, need to move. I've done a little bit more work on Harkovich here. The last time y'all saw him, he was pretty much like he is now. I went through and did some fur on his cloak, the first layer of the brown right there. For that I used Battlefield Brown from B3, and I did it up here around his hat, on top of his head. You figure with steam powered armor you'd never get cold, but it does get cold up in the north. Now, I tried putting a blue glow in the mace. I'm drawing a blank here, and it's turned out okay. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. For that I used a translucent blue from Model Color that a friend of mine happened to have, and he just told me to take with me. It's worked out pretty good so far. So that is Harkovich. And then I've got Black Ivan that I've started putting the metal on. The primer I used when I primed him, apparently I didn't get the flat color, so I have to go over all this black again. I'm going to use Thrallmar Black just to go over it once to knock that shine off, because a little bit of shine on your models is fine, but that's too much. That's a lot. I'm going to try to keep him as close to studio colors as I can, because I like the studio colors. Pick this out with the metals, and maybe I might make these red as opposed to metal, and then make this right here red, and then everything else get it up and going. But he's I just put the metal on him in some places to get him started. That is the current things going on with the channel. What do you think of the trolls? If you have any suggestions on how I can improve, I'm always willing to listen to those. Constructive only. No, you just fail or anything like that. Beyond that, I am still looking forward to getting a few more models and getting some more stuff up on the channel for y'all. And apparently I've been picking up some subscribers, and everybody seems to be enjoying the content, so I'll try to keep it rolling as much as I can. That's everything, and as always, keep on wargaming.